and welcome to Dewees Island, the home of the Islanders. I'm Mary Alice Monroe.
And I'm Angela May. We are so happy to have you join us right here on Dewees Island, our favorite place in the Low Country.
I hope you caught the ferry, it's going back. We're here and we're going to show you this beautiful island today.
We are inside the Nature Center here at Dewees Island, and it is a very important scene inside of our book, The Islanders. It's the place where our three main characters, Jake and Macon and Lovey, come to hang out and meet up. And it's a place where they learn so much, and we learn a lot too, don't we?
We had a lot of fun here, and this is the hangout, and I know it's also the first stop when you take a nature walk here on Dewees Island. And if you look right here, this ginormous skeleton, it's not Big Al, but it could be. It's a beautiful alligator skeleton, and if you look way down here, you'll see that there are no bones per alligator's hand, because maybe when he was young, we don't know, another alligator bit it off. We don't know. But this alligator was fine, and he learned to live with only one hand.
And we learned while we were here from Judy Fairchild, one of the island residents who fills us with so much knowledge, that this is the most complete alligator skeleton in South Carolina.
In South Carolina. So this is a big bull.
Yeah. And it's rare to see something like this.
I know. Now take a look over there.
Yes. Over there, hanging up inside the Nature Center, is Squirt. It is a pygmy whale, which can be found right off the coast here in South Carolina. And one of the fun facts that we actually just learned today from Judy is that its main food source, squid. And what it does inside its body when it consumes squid is it has a pouch within itself where it stores the squid ink. So if it's ever feeling threatened, it releases out its stored up squid ink. Kind of gross and kind of cool.
But a gross cool fact.
Yes.
And as Macon always said, he loved in the book, he loved his cool facts. So this is where they hung out, and there are all sorts of things for the kids to do and see. There are bones and turtles here, and there's even, let's go take a look, a real quick look at the terrapin. Judy, this is Judy Fairchild. She's the Nature Walks with Judy. When you go to my website, you'll see on Dewees Island, Nature Walks with Judy.
They are just coming out of kind of hibernation, and we'll find them in the road, but they go from one freshwater wetland to the other, and they tend to stay on the bottom. But they're babies when they hatch are like this big.
Also, if y'all see a terrapin seemingly crossing the street, you can help them cross the street, but let him keep going in the direction the turtle wants to go. That's what most people do. Don't bring them into a center. Let them go. You know, he or she knows where they're going.
Yes. Keep wild, wild.
Keep wild, wild.
We might actually see baby diamondback terrapins today. So when they have
Cool.
to have their eggs in the fall, but they tend to winter over within that nest with each other, and then they begin to emerge in the spring. And so we find them in the roads a lot. On Friday, I found a pool.
What?
So we might see them.
All right, we'll keep our eyes open. Here we go.
We're here at one of the many ponds here on Dewees Island. And I think what's so beautiful and magical about this island is every turn you make, there's something to look at.
Yeah.
There are gators right now in the pond chilling. There is an osprey nest.
And just beyond is a big old eagle nest. It's just amazing.
Yes, and I just think that that is one of the magical things about Dewees. It's stuff that you can't find in our regular neighborhood.
And I want to read to you a really, really short section. Jake gets on the island and he meets his grandmother, Honey, and they're driving down, and she's in their golf cart, no cars, and they stop, and she points to a lagoon in the distance. This lagoon here is where Big Al likes to hang out. Here's island rule number 2. We all leave Big Al alone. Jake asks, who's Big Al? Just the biggest, baddest alligator on the island. We have several alligators on Dewees, but Big Al is the biggest bull of them all, and you won't mistake him. And she pointed, and that's his favorite spot. And out there right now, kids, is the Big Al. Enjoy.
here on Dewees Island, there are only 3 ways to get around on the island: on foot, on bicycle, or the best part, on golf cart.
And this is Jake's favorite mode of transportation. We are on our way to the beach. Come on, let's go. Come on. We are here at the Gazebo, a scene that's very important and very exciting for the book, The Islanders. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it. They're on a mission. What's the mission?
They are on a stakeout trying to protect a sea turtle nest that's being threatened by what they think is a coyote.
Operation Coyote, yes. And so they pack up gear because they're going to protect the nest. And so here's at dusk, or 2,000 hours in military time, Operation Coyote began. I picked up my comrades and drove us to the Gazebo, or as we referred to it, base camp. Our families gave us permission to camp out on the beach. But we didn't mention about the coyotes. Our fortress, the Gazebo, had a perfect view of everything: the boardwalk, the empty beach, and the darkening forest. We took turns showing off what we'd brought for supplies. Macon's bag was overflowing. He started pulling things out. Want to read this part?
Oh, sure. Water guns. Macon wriggled his eyebrows, already loaded with a solution of water and vinegar. I also brought this cowbell, and he gave it a little jiggle, and it could really clang. And 6 cans of silly string. To eat, he continued, pulling things out of his bag: chocolate chip cookies, jelly beans, chips, soda. Oh, and a pack of beef jerky, my favorite.
So they all bring things out of their bags and they're going to stake out here. And this is the Gazebo, where very exciting things happen. And that's all we're going to say about it. So come on out to the beach.
I think what's really special about being out here on the beach at Dewees Island is the feeling that you have this whole place all to yourself. Right now, there is nobody else out here on the beach with us.
And it feels like you're miles away from everywhere. This is where a lot of action takes place in the book, especially the turtle nests. In the season, you'll see the orange signs here and there. And this is where the kids run out to swim and surf. This is a lot of action taking place right here on this open stretch of beautiful beach on Dewees Island.
And I think one of the great things we try to show in this book also is that nature is your playground. And your imagination is endless out here, and the opportunity to interact with nature and to have fun and to explore with your friends.
And to also pay attention to the change in seasons. This is spring and summer's brighter and golden panicles on the sea oats will emerge. The migrating birds are here now. The bulls and the alligators are beginning to bellow and have mating season. This is a really living, breathing place, and that's what the kids love and learn. It's not just wild, it's home. And that's a little peek of life here on Dewees Island, a place Angela and I love, and where the Islanders takes place.
That's right, so make sure you take time this summer to enjoy the Islanders.